Hi there, and welcome to Aces Crack with Simon Simi 4K Cameron. Um, as you can see, we just loaded up in this live session. I thought we'd go through some 100 NL, some 50 NL, some 40 NL, um, and really talk about some of my plays and stuff, and what type of moves, and how to exploit players at these type of levels. You'll notice that I'm playing a lot smaller than I usually do, but lots of comments and stuff in previous videos saying, "Hey, can you please come down to our level, this low level, and play with us on tell us how to beat the games that we're in." I said, fine, that's absolutely fine. I've got no problem coming down to your level just for a little period anyway, and we'll have a look at what type of advanced concepts and stuff that you probably won't be able to understand, and I can use and hopefully exploit and beat these players at these levels. Um, you know me, I think about poker in quite an advanced way, and it's significantly so. And I think you guys might not be able to understand everything I will say, but I will try and reel it in for some layman terms for you. But like I say, it's going to be hard for me just because my thought process and stuff is just so advanced. So yeah, we got a couple of hundred tables, a few 50s, and a couple of 40 and L tables as well. Just gives it a nice spread. You'll notice I've laid them out in this ring formation. I think it's important to lay your tables out in a way that makes sense to you. You know, a way that really mirrors your maybe your style of play at the table. I'm surprised you didn't double barrel on there. It's fine. Um, so, for example, I've got this ring up here because, I believe in like circle of life. You win some, you lose some. What goes around comes around. You understand what I'm saying. Uh, so I put it in a ring, but if you're a lot more set in your ways, you like rules and that type of thing, you might want to lay it out in a grid. But that's not for me. Get packing if you want to turn up with your grids. Sometimes I even just just put one there. Just why not? But no, that's if that I wouldn't do that actually. That would affect my play too badly. Okay, so not much poker talk going on yet, but hopefully we'll have a spot shortly and we can discuss it. We can talk about it and say what's good and what's bad about it. Pocket nines, obviously open. I mean, I think the problem, maybe it's because I don't have to think about these levels at all, that it's going to be quite difficult to make a video on because it's just so simple for me. The it's I barely have to think, um, barely have to think about it. Could probably do something else. Could probably play a game on my other screen or something like that because this is just straightforward. I think I'm probably going to wrap it up quite shortly actually because it's I don't think anyone's benefited from this. I maybe just try and show you one advanced concept which is standard at the higher limits, but down here I don't think people will be utilizing it that much, so we'll look to see if we can find a spot like that. Okay, so here's an example of it. We got King 5 under the gun. GTO would suggest that that is a fold, but I'm going to prove to you that there's more to poker than just game theory optimal. So we've opened. We've got two callers, £6, £7.50. We're going to make in this pot now. If we take it down, we're going to see bet, but it doesn't really matter what the flop is, but it's a good flop. In fact, scratch this. This isn't going to work. I'll just make another video.